Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sup, Victor? Good morning. All right, just want to make sure I'm good to go. How's everybody doing? I see you guys. Joe being the first one to arrive. Nicely done. Nelson, good to see you. Shambot, Ryan, Roger, Hoos in the dark. Kelly, Ted, morning. The Redwoods. Nice. Victor, Jim, good morning, Jim. Harrigan, Nubis, good afternoon, Nubis. Jeffrey, good to see you. Morning. Hope everybody has a little beverage. Phil, good turnout already. Ads? No, I turned off ads. Ads, did I turn them off? I didn't turn them off. Ah, shit. Sorry, guys. Gabe, morning. I didn't turn them off for this one. My fault. Sorry, guys. First a thumbs up. Thanks, Joe. I apologize, guys. Damn it. I don't know why I chose yes on this one. Usually default. Well, that's not true. I think you have to go through a checklist and say yes. No ads? That's weird. Okay. Well, I assure you that if you are getting ads, then I apologize. That is not the way I roll with the live stream. I'll turn them on after the recording, but I won't do it during. There's also a way that YouTube has. There's I think a plugin for the Stream Deck that allows you to push a button and then determine when the ad is. So I could I could say, all right, let's take a break as we, go to commercial, and then boop, hit a button. So my apologies. Damn it. It's not the way I wanted to roll. Anyways, since you're here, and if you think you'll like this, give me a thumbs up. It's so weird. So weird. So weird. Hope everybody's doing well. It's the first stream of December 2023. We have a limited number for the month before it is 2024. I think I'll ask this question today, although I would probably want to ask it later in December. But I'm going to ask it today anyway, just because, whatever. Whatever. It is now December 2023. Well, I'll ask this. I'll ask this question and see if you guys can remember. So it's going to go back into your brain and your memory. Morning, Laramie. Probably a year ago, in which case, in a couple weeks, I will probably ask this question. And it's usually, it's the question of what RPG do you hope to play in the following year? So I would have asked this in 2022. What game would you like to get to the table in 2023? Whether you play or run, or it could be two different games. So list the ones that you would want to play or the one that you would want to run. So flashback, Sean asked that question 2022, December. Now it is December 2023. Did you get that game or games to the table? And if so, do you remember which ones they were? And whether it was playing or GMing? Lots of moving parts in this question, people. I know it's early. Dust off the cobwebs. Grab your favorite beverage. This stream not sponsored by Coca-Cola, but, well, should be. Cheers. Orcus Dorcas, good morning. All right, Ryan West is the first to participate. Ryan says Delta Green or Hunter the Reckoning. So those were the games that you wanted to get to the table, and you did? You were successful? No shame in saying you weren't able to. So let us know either way. Zwiefer, good to see you. Phil's like, I'm stepping up, taking one on the chin and saying, I think I said Coriolis. It did not happen. It's okay, Phil. You're still here. The clock, your ticker is still going. There's still time. There's still time. It's December. You got like 2 weeks. You could play. Just saying. You could change. You could turn that around, Phil. I'm actually going to play Coriolis in BSRCon. I am. That's the one event I'm signed up for so far. For people that are like, what? You can sign up for events at BSRCon? No, not yet. Just patrons. Patrons can. What Victor says, I don't remember what I was planning on playing in 2023. Fair enough. Wayne Peacock says, I did. I had run Swords of the Serpentine. I'm going to play that. And Wayne says, check. Done. Well done, Wayne. You get 1 merit point. Congratulations. Ryan says, nope, didn't get Delta Green, but we did play The Strange in DCC. The Strange, I don't know. This may be my age talking and my, middle-aged, privileged white guy language, background, upbringing. Never mind. I'm not going to say anything. The strange is something we refer to, never mind. I'm not even going to go there. I just keep the strange. The title reminds me of a kind of a, it's kind of derogatory, so I won't say it. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry to be the vague speaker today, or vague posting. Laramie says, Death in Space. I committed to running it at CheapCon, so that should force my hand. There you go. Zvi for Forbidden Lands, still a no-go, but the table agrees it will be next. Not better late than never. Gabe Dibbing. I was going to get Dune out. Did not, but ran and am running STA. I like the STA piece, obviously. Joe says, I was vague last time, but I got to play some Savage Worlds and Mutants and Masterminds this year, so I feel accomplished. It's been a tough year. Yeah. 2023 could go screw itself. That's what I would say, for sure. That's what I think. How was your 2023? It could go pound sand. Shanbats. I would love to get the Wild Sea to the table and play it next year. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's going to be coming up in the future. Robert Haight, good to see you. Good morning. Still have not gotten Jackals to the table. It was my goal. Still got a couple weeks, folks. That's probably why I'm asking today. Jim, I don't remember 2022. All right, thanks. All right, there you go, Jim. No, unfortunately, another year has passed and I didn't get to play Macho Women with Guns. Is that a game? Says Orcus Dorcas. Is that a game? Says Sean. Ryan says, The Strange is like Torg, which I dig. Jim continues, but whatever I said I'd run in 2023, I did not. Probably did not, he says. All right. Ted, I got both Vaesan and Pathfinder 2E to the table as planned, jamming both. Check, and check. Well done, Ted. You are head of the class. Harrigan says, I had a list at DCC and a lot of other stuff on it. I'll see if I can find where we discussed it on the Discord. Oh, that's right. It was a thread. You got to dig up the thread. It's probably archived, but I got to imagine it's under general gaming. That's right. I think you started that thread, didn't you, buddy? I don't know. Nubis, Public Access, Unknown Armies, and Scum and Villainy are at the top of my list. At the top of the list for 2024, Nubis? Public Access only came out in 2023, right? Morning, Ben. Good to see you. The Towers of Dunshire creator is here. Is it the Towers? I don't remember. Just kidding, Ben. I kid because I love. Yes, I do like the pivot to STA for sure. Kelly says, I don't think I had a plan for a new game this year. I'm mostly a creature of habit, I guess. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Caverna, good to see you. Jim says, I found the thread on Discord linked in the How to RPG channel. So if you want to, it's holding everybody accountable. Probably don't want to, like, oh no, they drummed it up. Yeah. So if you want to know what you mentioned last year, that's probably where it is. Orcus says, yes, I got Pendragon to the table. That's an accomplishment. Congrats. Jeff says, rough year. Yeah, for sure. Jeff, did you have a game that you were trying to get to the table? I'm guessing no, only because you weren't. Would there have been a game, Jeff, that you would have wanted to get to the table in 2023? The question of the day, Caverna, is, and Rob, see ya, good to see ya, is last year I would have asked, hey, what game are you wanting to play or GM in 2023? Now we are looking at that question to determine whether you actually did or did not. No shame in not having done it. That's okay. Just curious as to what game you might have thought you listed and whether you did or did not get it to the table. That is the question, and I'm sticking to it. Jeff, no. Okay, that's all right. Wayne Peacock, Macho Women with Guns. Wasn't that a Fatal supplement? Oh, hey, shots fired. Hey, kids. Her. Jeff says CNC and OSC. So Jeff's like, I'd like to get CNC and OSC to the table in 2023. In November or in December, in which case session 0 we're kicking off tomorrow, folks. So we'll get into this after this question. I got something for everybody. I'm interested in hearing. Accidental Rob says Delta Green and STA, and yes, I would imagine he means yes to both. Well done, Rob. Well done. For those that are hitting those goals, good job. Remember, goals just isn't for corporate America nowadays, okay? All right, just saying. Let's make some personal RPG goals. Start putting them on there. Let's get some vision boards. Victor Wyatt says, looks like I didn't add anything to the list for 2023. Does that mean everything I did play was a bonus? Oh, loopholes. Let us check out with legal. Let me double check here and see. Legal, what is the verdict on that loophole that Victor has exposed this to? Is that viable? Does that count? No. If they didn't list it, any game could be the game. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't sound like it's gonna work, buddy. Just saying. Nelson says, I said Symbaroum. I did not play Symbaroum. Wah, wah. It's all right. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. We do. I mean, you know what I think we should do is look at that list. Today's December 2nd, right? We could pound out these goals at the end of, by the end of the year. We still got time. There's 31 days in December, right? So as of this recording, got like 29 days to knock out some of these games. I think we should all come together as a group, find out who hasn't played what, get some folks that are familiar with those games, like for me, Delta Green. So for somebody like Nelson somebody else. Did somebody else want to play Delta Green? They didn't get it to the table? I don't remember. Anyways, take Nelson, for example, Symbaroum. Somebody's got to, hey, I've run Symbaroum. Let's fire it up. Get Nelson in the game. Check that box off. What do we say? What do you say? Jeff, yeah, we're a little late, but meeting up tomorrow, right? That's okay. Hindsight's 2020, Jeff. Who would have known? Would you have thought of those two games, Jeff? BX. C&C, I think you might have known, but I don't know if you were like hooked on it or dedicated to jumping into that one. Caverna says, well, at the beginning of this year, I was wondering if I would be able to run Forbidden Lands, and I am glad that I made it. Excuse me, we started it a few months ago, and we've been playing it every week. Booyah. And you're running it, Caverna? I think you are, right? You are running it. If I would be able to run Forbidden Lands, and I'm glad I made it. Yes, okay. Just want to make sure. What do you think? You having fun? Yeah. Who says don't remember, but legal be damned, I'm going to say more RPGs to the table, and the answer is yes. All right. I suppose if you didn't have RPGs specified, like maybe Victor, not calling them out or anything. I am. And you, as long as you played more RPGs than the previous year, that would be a win. So the judges and legal have said that would be considered a tally in the W column. Not early 23, yeah. Fair enough. All right. I don't know what I put down. I'd have to double check. Does anybody know? I don't have Discord up. What'd I say? Does anybody know? My guess is like probably a free league game. Which I did. I played Tales from the Loop. What else? Blade Runner might have been on that list. Oh, Cold Shadows. Ouch. Thanks, Roger. Well, I have to turn to the committee. I have to turn to the committee of Harrigan, Phil, Wayne. Kevin is not here to weigh in, but I do have, I have a group that can determine whether that I did get it to the table or not. I asked for one specific game in the thread. Okay. I kind of got Cold Shadows to the table. You haven't played or run before, yeah. Yeah. That was a tough one. I ran one session and that was kind of it. So, hey, what are you going to do, right? Cold shower with cold shadows. Cold shadows for sure. Orcus Dorcas, no question. Phil says, we played it. It died soon after germination. Yeah. We played more than we should have. Sean ran it. Thankfully stopped. Yeah. I would have to say, like, I know I sign off with these streams with, like, be a positive force in RPGs, but I have to say that was probably the biggest disappointments. I think in theory, as I read the game, I'm like, oh, this is cool. I like where it's going. It seems very practical. Yeah, just no. And I have I think that's the game I have the most copies of. Like, it's just, I went bonkers. Lesson learned, folks. Lesson learned. Yeah, I don't know. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Because I've been talking about that game since it came out years ago. So, yeah, I don't even know what to say. Jim says, I'm playing Knave, which I haven't before. I'm told that I played Cypher and Barbarians of Lemuria at BSRCon. Yeah, I think you were you in Harrigan ran Barbarians of Lemuria, right? No. Yes? No. I can't remember. I thought Jim might have been in my game. Maybe I'm thinking Rangers of the Midden Vale. I don't remember. Some fantasy games, they all kind of like... If I played five different fantasy games in a single year, would I remember the differences between any of them? I don't know. Victor says sometimes you just bounce off the game when it hits the table. Oh, yeah, kind of. I think that's what you could refer to it as, maybe. Bouncing, slapping. Oh, man. Wayne says it was too bad your idea and enthusiasm were not able to be realized with that crippled system. Yeah. I think there's hope. I should read Spione by Ron Edwards and see what that's like. I don't know. My fear is it's probably very academic in prose, and that to get to like the meat and potatoes of the game might be a struggle for me personally, but we'll see. I don't want to pass judgment on Ron's work, but apparently it's supposed to be a really good Cold War type espionage game. Yeah, Harrigan says, I ran Simba Room and BOL at BSRCon. So I know I was in the Simba Room game. I cannot remember if I was in the BOL game. Might have been. I don't remember. Yeah, that's probably true, Jim. I've played Rangers of the Midvale with you and Harrigan running it. Think of the first BSRCon. Yes, Harrigan confirms. William Thorpe, good to see you. William and Ty, back in December 2022, on our Discord, there was a thread that said, hey, what one single game that you haven't played are you going to try to get to the table in 2023? Today, I'm holding your feet to the fire. We're calling this, I am lost for words today. I don't know why it is. Accountability. I'm being the accountability coach. Did you get that? What it was the game, if you can remember, or look it up on Discord. And did you get it to the table? It's that easy. And if you didn't, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Just curious. We'll just, throw tomatoes and publicly humiliate and flog you for not getting it to the table. But it's okay that you didn't. Victor says, I did get to play Aegon at BSRCon. That's one I've wanted to play since it first came out. Fair enough. Ty says, what if your goal is to never play that game and I did not play in that game? Is my goal counted as successful? And the judges would say no. That is, you're twisting the rules at the table. And as a game master, I would have to say, no, not in this case. But you can always make one up. Say you didn't anticipate playing and you did. So if it's not on the list, was there another game? VC Vece. How are you, man? Good to see you, brother. Delta Green. Didn't get to it, but did play Forbidden Lands. But you have played Delta Green before. But did play Forbidden Lands, a few more board games, and started painting minis again. There you go. That's good stuff. Jim, games I never want to play. Jim has admitted this on our Discord recently. Like, he anticipates not. Man, I don't want to speak for Jim. I think he's open to playing different games, but I think he has stated that he is not going to buy any new games. Maybe some supplements and some zines. Mr. Hobbs says my game was We Deal in Lead, and I ran it half a dozen times. Look at this guy. That's a flex there, right? Harrigan says, still not been able to make a breakfast coffee for the boss feeding dogs. Harrigan achieved OWB. I was there. Had Bazooka, Will Storm, Normandy Beaches. That is, what is that? Operation White Box is what Wayne's talking about. So Harrigan said he was going to run Operation White Box, and he did. Actually, for Wayne and Phil. Right? I don't know if Kevin was in on there. Good morning, Michael Holland. Good to see you. Congratulations, Harrigan. VC says, yes, I've played Delta Green, but I wanted to play it more. But the question was a game that you have not played or run before. That's the key. Accidental Rob, I wanted to give Lancer a try, but didn't get an opportunity. That's okay. There's still the future. We're still here. We're still breathing. We're still kicking. Nubis this year was pretty good for me. Played in a bunch of different games online besides running a few new ones for my home group. Very well done. That's it. Jim says, I'm not shopping for a system to run. I'll buy rule books to play in other people's games. Oh, well, there you go. Contributing to the economy of the RPG hobby. Pete Spahn, yes. Matt, good to see you. Matt, I don't know. You might not have been here. I'm guessing not. I might have put it on a Twitter. I don't know. But Matt, I'll put it to you since you're... if in 2022 there was a game that you wanted to get to the table in 2023 that you had never played or run, what would have been the game, and did you get it to the table in 2023? That's what we're talking about this morning. Ty says, I wanted to play in Sean's West End DS9 game, but Sean never got the game off the ground, so it's Sean's fault I did not complete my goal. I see how it is. Ty. Ty, that is quite the American response, shall I say. I would not have run. Well, DS9, no. It's not Star Trek. I would not run DS9. But I know you were talking about the West End DS9 game. That's kind of a wordy sentence. I know you're talking about the West Marches sci-fi game, probably. William says, I don't remember what I answered, but it was a failure since I don't think I got any RPGs to the table this past year. Oh, no. Everybody, we need to get a care package to William. Somebody run over there with like a med pack. Clear! Pachunk! And like shock his heart with 2 RPG books. William, don't let us down in 2023. Don't let us down. Be on the lookout on the Discord for some games. How are you even here? I think I'd be institutionalized. Kelly says, the Delta Green talk reminds me that I did play in a Delta Green one-shot at Con of the North and loved it. Yay! Kelly, we got a convert of Delta Green. Nice. Yeah, Jim, there's a little confusion, but that's all right. Right. Michael got it. Game Medic! Right, it says West March is using West End Game Star Wars to play DSI. Now that's a mouthful indeed. Accidental Rob, a game that was not on my list but have had a chance to try out was Nahua. And it's been a lot of fun. I have not heard of that one. Dorcas loves Worst Marshes games. Yeah. So I ran a Worst Marshes game. I want to be... So I don't know if you guys have ever watched Trailer Park Boys. Ricky is the guy that always like screws up the not screws up the I cannot speak words today. The cliches like that would be a good one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Matt says there's 2 off the top of my head, Blade Runner and Cowboy Bebop. 2 fine choices. Very well. Ty says West End, West March, tomatoes. Tomatoes. You got the message. Ty. It's no fair. You can't make us think too hard today, this early. Although my question is making you guys think pretty hard. Yeah, I'm a hypocrite. Worst Marshes. Malapropisms. Is that what they're called? That's you're right. It's not cliche. It's malapropisms. Thanks, Jim. Jim's so much smarter than I am. Michael Holland says, Delta Green and Knave are the games I tried for the first time this year, both thanks to gracious GMs in our community. Very nice. Potatoes. Nahual is a PBTA game. You play as a poor Mexican angel hunters. Each player has access to spiritual powers gifted by an animal spirit. Very cool. That's it right there. I was hoping somebody would come up with something Ricky would say. It ain't rocket appliances. Yeah, I would love to be that YouTuber. Like, that would be awesome. I just did videos that were just a little off. Like, hey, today we're going to talk about worst marshes. Worst marshes is where you have a group of people. Worst marshes? What? Yeah. Alex Cameron was a big fan of Trailer Park Boys, and I was just like, okay, I'd seen it, but it just never appealed to me. I know it had the guy with the thick glasses, and I didn't know much about it. And then for whatever reason, my wife brought it up and started watching it. It was all over after that. It was like just every day, like one episode, and just binge watched it completely. Know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was pretty funny. And the Rickyisms, I was starting to tweet those. They're just hilarious. It ain't rocket appliances. Oh, man. That's your April 1st video, Sean? Oh, that's what I should do. Yeah. Bubbles. That's right. Jeff, you watch Trailer Park Boys? Jeff would be, what's his name? Not Ricky, not Bubbles. The guy with the black shirt. That's who Jeff would be. Running around with the highball, black shirt. The brains of the operation. Although some would say Bubbles is. Julian, that's right. Thank you, Julian. It's been a little while since I've watched it. Jeff would be Julian for sure. Harrigan says, okay, there's the thread. Yep. Operation White Box, which I ran for Wayne and Kevin, but also for my old 90s gaming group when we had a great, I had a get together this past summer to celebrate the life of a friend who passed. Yeah. All right. That's right. Jim's got it. Julian's the brains, Ricky the muscle, Bubbles the heart for sure. If you want to watch Trailer Park Boys, you gotta be okay with the F-bombs. So if you're not good with F-bombs, don't watch Trailer Park Boys. All right, let's get into some RPG stuff. God, I tuned into this guy's stream and all he's talking about is Trailer Park Boys and his dog. All right, let's see what we've got going on today. I'm trying a little something today. A little something. Yeah. Let's get to this. Wait a minute. See, let me know if you guys hear this. You get any audio there? That's right. I'm picking things up a little bit. RPG news. Let's talk about some stuff that's out there. All right. Sweet. Got the swoosh going. Got the sound effects. All right. Yeah, that's right. All right. So we'll start off with the Indie RPG Creator Summit. I don't know if you've seen this. Sponsored by Goodman Games. It seems like they're heading it up. I think they got was there a little kerfuffle with this? Like, lack of inclusivity with this? I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, if you're interested, it's tickets on sale December 13th Today is the 2nd of December, so if you're watching this after the 13th, they're probably still on sale. The event is the week of January 8th and the 10th. It does not conflict with BSRCon, so you can go ahead and attend this. It is online via Zoom. As a matter of fact, this event is on Zoom, not on an actual web page. So $0 to $49. I'm not sure what the difference is between that, but whatever. So standard access is free through December 31st and gets you live access to days 1 and 2, focused on product creation. Pro access is for publishers serious about growing their RPG business. Pro access is $49 through December 31st and then gets you exclusive access to day 3, focused on sales, marketing, and RPG business growth. So I'm not sure who's actually. Let's see what's going on here. So it's got some agenda, got some people lined up. So let's see who we got. Joseph Goodman. He's going to be involved. Obviously, the head of Goodman Games and the makers of DCC and Mutant Crawl Classics. His origin story from 200 printed to 100,000 sold. Very nice. Top crowdfunding traps to avoid by Julio Terra. RPG project costing and fundamentals by Ed Stanek. Live walkthrough of DCC Kickstarter build and launch by Phil Reed. Wow. Does Phil do the Kickstarters for Goodman? Oh, he's doing a live walkthrough. Interesting. So is he going to kick off a Kickstarter for DCC during this thing? That'd be kind of cool. Taking the Leap advice from new creators, Erica Lowe. Zine Making 101 by Reverend Dak J. Ultimac. I know I've followed Dak somewhere on social media somewhere. Managing Art Direction and Graphic Design by Matt Hildebrand. Artist Drink and Draw, Stefan Poeg. Adventure Design Fundamentals by Harley Stroh. I know some of these folks. I know of them, I should say. RPG Line Development and Herding Creative Cats by Chris Doyle. My Secret Origin Story from DCC Scenes to 500K Kickstarter. That's Clint Bohati. Digital Selling Tools on Drive-Thru RPG. Wow. Meredith Gerber. Like, for $49, if you're going to, I got some stuff and I've been struggling to get, I don't know what to do and how to execute. It's probably worth some time. Fundamentals of Print Production by Tiffany Chatham. I think that's her last name. It's got ellipses at the end, so it might have got cut off. Running Effective Kickstarters and Live Check-In by Nicole Amato. Rob Schwab is talking about his secret origin story from liquor store clerk to full-time RPG designer. Rob. Oh, too funny. And his picture is hilarious. Publishing and Promotion Strategies for Multi-System RPG Products by Andrea. Yeah, her name I think is probably cut off. Prulix. I don't. Sorry, Andrea. Honing Her Pitch, Heather O'Neill. Making Lemonade from Lemons. Turned crowdfunding setbacks into victories by Dave Beatty. Look at Dave. Oh, man. I would tune in just to watch Dave. I know Dave. If you're not familiar with Dave's work, he did Weird Frontiers, the RPG, the biggest, it's got to be our biggest RPG physical book ever produced. It's just got to be. And if you're not familiar why he's talking about making lemonade from lemons, is because Dave had a rough Kickstarter. He paid a buttload of money out of pocket to get it done and out the door. So he's probably going to talk about his experience learning from that whole thing. So he's definitely has some wisdom to bestow people. And then lastly, but not leastly, RPG Layout. Oh, it still keeps going. That's only the day one. RPG Layout 101 by Caitlin Stamper. YouTube Marketing for Crowdfunding, Bob World Builder. So Bob's the big YouTuber. RPG YouTuber, I should say. Effective Retailer Promotions for Tabletop RPGs. That's Joseph again. The Art of the Teaser Page. How to Summon a Legion of Backers Before You Launch. Lafia Morrow. Fundamentals of Game Distribution. Michael Parker. Man, this stuff's good stuff. and it's probably something that's long overdue, and people are like, why hasn't there been one of these? And some of these guys are probably, yes, I will take an hour and talk about this. And I don't know if they're getting paid, but if they aren't, thank you for these speakers taking part in this thing. Live Kickstarter Conclusion and Fulfillment by John Ward. Maximizing Conventions, Convention Sales and Marketing by Jen Brinkman. We know Jen, some of us. Jen works full-time at Goodman Games, big DCC player, has been on the podcast was she on Spellburn? She was on Spellburn as a host, as well as her and Bob talking about books, Sanctum Secorum. See, it's all coming back to me. And if you're at a con and DCC is there and Goodman Games, Jen is probably in the booth. Monetizing your TTRPG creations through multiple media channels, Alan Bjorkgren, leveraging the sales funnel to build your customer ecosystem. Mike, the lazy DM, Mike Shea, talked about him last week. Facebook Ads 101, how to launch a successful RPG crowdfunding ad campaign by Crystal Turau. Okay. Indie RPG distribution and promotion partnerships with Goodman Games, and then closing ceremonies by Goodman Games. So, good, Anybody, just curious, anybody going to this? Orcus Dorcas says, yeah, it's a fine group of people sharing knowledge, insight, experience. Absolutely. Looks awesome, yeah. You get backer kit credit if you pay for Sunday. Schwab worked the admission alone. Dave I'd be interested to go just to cover it. It's a lot though. That's a lot. Whew. I mean, you're going to be sitting at the Zoom counter for a while. Oh boy. Come on, Hobbs. I know Dave would laugh at that, but still, nobody else knows. Jim says, along similar lines, Skeeter Green and Zach Glazer often do publishing seminars at cons. He says, yeah. And they're probably adding more, Orcus Dorcas says. That's crazy. Monday to Wednesday, January 8th to the 10th. Tough timing. Yeah, during the week, right? Hobbs says, I'd like to. Wayne says he hopes to. Nice. I'd look for a full report, Wayne, if I can't make it, which is probably... who knows if I'm going to be able to make it. I might have some free time coming up on the horizon. Who knows? Orcus Dorcas, I'm going to try. After the fallout, they could use the support. Oh, yeah, so there has been a little bit of fallout. That's unfortunate. It's just you can't win. You can't win online. You just can't. I mean, you can do your best to try, but it's just... can't please everybody all of the time. I have all these gaming things piled up in January. Weird. If it was a weekend, yeah. Well, and that's, I don't know. I guess that's their work days, right? I guess. Not all of them. They got probably full-time jobs. I don't know. Yes, Rob hit it. Yeah, Rob, I think that I did not know, but I think that was the thing, yeah. I don't know if it's solely from the promo photos. My guess is that it might be. Now, here's the thing, folks. I know this is going to be crazy. I know this is going to sound nuts. All right, stick with me. But what if they asked many, many different people to partake? I know, they did, right? But those people couldn't make it. Huh? What if? It's crazy, right? It's crazy. What if they asked other people to partake in those events? Like, hey, Chris Spivey, we would love to have you speak at this thing. Chris says, sorry, I can't make it. Day job. Sorry, can't make it. I'm not interested. Sorry, can't make it. Maybe ghost them. Who knows? We don't know. Do we know? I don't know. Maybe we do know. If we do know and Sean doesn't know, then I apologize. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. There isn't enough time to debate all the factors. Who knows? Who knows? But let's call it for what it is, an online, I guess I would say, symposium of some kind with many different people that have done things in the RPG hobby that are trying to bestow their wisdom and knowledge of doing RPG products and getting them to market for like $0 to $49. Like, come on. So, hey, give me one of these. All right. So I wanted to bring that up. There we go. All right. Next up, in no particular order, Roll20. Where my Roll20 fans at? Hobbs is diehard Roll20. What event are we talking about, Adrian? It's the online. What are they calling it? The indie RPG. Oh, I should probably hold on. Let me try this again. Let me back up again. Let me back up, folks. Okay, let me back this up. Back this up. Back it up, Sean. Back it up. I'll put the links in the chat. Yes, Hoos. There is the link to check it out. The RPG Summit. All right. Now let's get back to the business here. All right. Announcing Jumpgate. I just picture the logo. It should be something like you can't see my leg down here. Maybe over here. I don't know. Like Jumpgate. I don't know. I got nothing. Modern overhaul of the Roll20 VTT. I will say this. If the merger with One Bookshelf, Drive-Thru RPG, and Roll20, which is now a thing for those of you not in the know, and if OBS is like, you know what, we'll give you the money to improve your platform, as part of our partnership, kind of all under one umbrella, where Roll20 was maybe hard pressed financially to do. If that is something that is helping Roll20 innovate, move forward, different features, great. All for it. So maybe this is that. I don't know. Pleased to announce Roll20 Jumpgate, which is our exciting plan to modernize the Roll20 VTT and get it ready for the next decade of online tabletop gaming. I don't know if I would have phrased it that way, but okay. Good to know. Roll20 has been helping bring your virtual table together worldwide since 2012. And in that time, we've continued to iterate and develop to improve the platform. What is Roll20 Jumpgate? Largest overhaul of modernization of our VTT platform since we started. Okay, good. Major network reworking of the lowest level of the engine code that powers our VTT, as well as an opportunity for us to bring together all the recent strides we've made with our new UI design efforts. I'd love to be in on this project just to see what they're like. Is it a complete rewrite? Bottom line, it means a faster, more permanent VTT with a beautiful modern interface built on top of the latest web technology. My guess is that it sounds like it. Like if they're moving, like if this thing was built on who the hell knows, and they're moving to like React or something. Engine Mark II. Love the love the code names. We'll be diving more into the technical details of what we're working on in future posts in the blog series, but generally speaking, we are going into the foundational parts of the VTT to clean them up and also replace them with newer, more performant pieces. Okay, so it's, I don't know how you would technically describe that. I guess it's not a rewrite. This is our opportunity to rework that legacy code with an eye toward what browsers are capable of in today's world. Indeed. We also have better knowledge of what the VTT needs to be able to do as a complete package, as opposed to slowly building it piece by piece like we did originally, so we could pay down a lot of technical debt and write code with modern standards and practices. You can also move as much of the rendering work as possible to hardware acceleration and shaders, which will provide significant... Yeah, it's just old. It's dated. Our platform is old and crusty and archaic, and we're going to get it back up to snuff, which is great because they've probably been pounding away at the, using this code since the original code base, since it was put into place, which you're right. Technical debt, indeed. Yeah, it's going to be recorded, Laramie, of course. Need for speed. Like, I could see where you have your assets library right in the interface, and if you want something to be displayed, you either just drag and drop it right into the folder, drag it right onto the tabletop, and then maybe it puts it into a default folder. Like, there's a lot of things that they could be doing that modern languages, platforms can do that they probably can't take advantage of because due to some of that old code. They're going to improve performance across the board so that everything from a potato to the latest gaming PC can smoothly play a game on Roll20. A potato? What? All VTTs need an overhaul. Yeah. Dude, but are they can you make money off of them? VTT users need an overhaul. Hey, shots fired. I feel targeted. Orca says the PDF add-on is nice, but they need to allow it to pop out like everything else. There's so much. So much. So much. How would you design a modern VTT? Hobbs needs an overhaul. Do they? Though? Give it a Sean. You need to catch up with the kids. Indeed. I need an overhaul. You need an overhaul. We need an overhaul. This whole thing is an overhaul. VTT needs to go VR. Ty, you got a VR? Do you have goggles? You got a headset? Ty, let me know. What are you running? You got the Oculus? So yeah, I won't go all through this, but if you're interested, there it is. I'm glad that they're doing it, right? Like, we got to be happy about that for sure. Like, I don't even use Roll20, but hey, I mean, I got a lot tied up into Foundry. But I got to say, some of the modules I paid for in Foundry, I mean, if I pay for a free league module for the core book in Foundry for like $12, could I move to another one? Maybe. But that's how they get you, as my dad would say. I do hope the new Roll20 is awesome. I am on board with that. I hope, yeah. There is something to be said about the Roll20, no hosting. Here it is. I don't know. It just needs updating. Jeff says, I think I'll stick to in-person TTRPGs in the old folks' home. Yeah, that's fine, Jeff. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, for sure. Who is the one that was big on the face-to-face? Like, I don't play RPGs online. Or who is that? Can't remember. What if life is VR? We're all in a simulation, Ty. Is that what you're asking? No, Jeff, not you. There was somebody else in the chat before you came along that was like, I don't understand playing online. I'll just stick with my face-to-face. Well, that's fine and dandy if you got people to play face-to-face. But I'll tell you what, I've played with a lot of guys in the chat, and they are fun people to play with. Just saying. Brett wasn't big on it. That's true. Chris says the VTT thing is brutal at the moment. On the bright side, at least there's some amount of choice, and competition means these companies keep trying to innovate and provide a quality user experience. But who's the VTT going bye-bye? Somebody posted it in the Discord. Huge Kickstarter. One of the levels was like unlimited ever license for like $1,000 or something ridiculous. And now they're like, yeah, we're going to shut things. Roll? Yeah, I think it was Roll, Orcus Dorcas, yeah. Not to be mistaken for role play. Like, there's two roles. I like it person, but if VTT means I can play RPGs with friends that are spread across North America, then I'll do it. Yeah, for sure. That's the thing, man. But not play. Not role play. It was roll. Mostly stick with Discord and skip the VTT for running stuff online. Yeah, you don't need a VTT. But I'll tell you what, Jim, could a VTT offer you any simplicity that you would love to just use? I just need a map and tokens. I'll bear rodeo. Oh, is this another VTT shutting down recently? Something, yeah, I think they're shutting down, or they're not going to continue to do anything with it. I mean, when you have this level of people putting out products, you're going to have some hot garbage for sure. Yes. Well, and I think, yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. So much to say. VTT's hot topic. Hot topic. Hey-o. Anyways, what else we got here? Did I put a link in the thingamajig? Doobly-doo. Huh? In the doobly-doo. Trademark, Matt Colville. In the doobly-doo. Love you. Uncle Matt. I got to start calling him Uncle Matt. You know what I want to do with all everyone's Colville? I've considered trying to see if I could do an AI virtual game of everyone's Colville. Oh, I think that would be hilarious. What is going on here? Did I not? Well, that's odd. Did my stream not update? You guys are still looking at... Oh, that is really interesting. Do you guys see the Osprey blog? Sees it not loading? Nope. Yeah, that's strange. Why is that not loading? Yeah, it says Roll20. I see Roll20 as well, but I have a different web page up. What is going on here, folks? Let me see if I can fix this. Sean loves tech. Oh, God. Sean love tech. Yeah. So weird. Oh, strange. Like OBS is not refreshing the window? Oh, I can't even capture it. Oh man, this is crazy. I've never run into this before. What you can never leave So weird. I cannot get the browser to come up. Do I have to kick the browser source? Oh, God, guys. I swear to God, I'm not doing anything. I swear. Reboot, then fire up PC and get after it. Yeah, baby. Let me see. I just probably have to kill the... What a rookie. This week's been weird. I'm going to kill the source, and then I will re-add it. Let's see if I can... I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah. There we go. Nope. It's so weird. I cannot. I wonder. Oh God, this sucks. Let me kill this. Let me kill the Google Chromes. Dude, this is full of suck. See you, Rob. Morning workout. I get to get away. Got to get away. Yeah. All right. Bring up my chat because you guys are probably talking. I can't even see it. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can. I'm back. I do have it fixed for the time being. So let's try it again, shall we? No, I haven't. Oh, that's not. Oh, because I'm. Try it again, shall we? No, I haven't. Oh, that's not. Oh, because I'm. Inception. No, I haven't. Oh, that's more. More Inception. No, I haven't. Oh God, it's gonna that's more. More Inception. No, I haven't. I'm gonna crash my stuff. All right, let me see. Oh God. You guys, now it's probably not gonna load. I probably crashed the same thing. That is so strange. It's not. Nope. Something's really messed up with OBS, man. I cannot get the browser source to log or to change. Let me see something. I got one more thing I'm gonna try. It because I'm doing window capture, Chrome, pressure. Let's see if this will work. If I got to keep doing this for everyone, it's gonna be a real pain in the butt. So let me see. I got it to move. Here we go. Dude, Farragon, get out of here. I ordered a new Mac. Don't tell Tam. I use a mini for work, and I think I'm like pushing it to the end. I'm getting too many beach balls. So. All right, you dirty monkeys. Osprey. You guys know about this Jonathan Hicks game? You guys know about pressure? 1, 2, 3, pressure. Thanks, Billy Joel. Huh? Launch day, pressure. Industrial science fiction role playing. I think this was somewhere. Did they advertise this somewhere? This is posted November 30th. Attention, stop your yapping. I'm not in the habit of repeating myself, so if you have any issues with any of this, then wind it back afterwards and rewatch it on your own time. Any questions can be left until I'm done, and only then. Do you get me? I said you get me at ease. Take a chair. Welcome to your first orientation session. excuse me, of the SOS, the Special Operations Squads. You've been chosen because some damn fool thought you'd be good at this. We'll see. This is a military-backed department, but it doesn't matter where you're from. Navy, police, private contractor. What does matter is where you go from here, either to the stars to represent the government or to the brig. Either is fine with me. SOS orientation briefing. Science fiction. So that's not to you guys. Okay. I was reading. Science fiction role-playing game of bringing law and order to the dark and dangerous corners of the universe. Pressure industrial science fiction role-playing is a rules-light, story-focused game of facing the darkness at the heart of humanity's fragile and claustrophobic existence, both on Earth and among the stars. An entirely standalone title, Pressure also develops and expands upon the mechanics and setting introduced in the Those Dark Places role-playing game. You are skilled agents of special operations squads. Players are tasked with cleaning up after the corporations. Sound familiar? Investigating links to organized crime, neutralizing rogue weapons research, negotiating with rebel leaders on orbital stations, and hunting down whatever the black budget excavation team awoke out in the Prysian sector. Pressure's out now in the UK. What? And 9th January in the US. That's backwards. Come on. What? We don't get it first? Hello, I'm an American? I agree with Harrigan. Those Dark Places isn't bad. Might investigate, but Pressure has a lot of competition. I would agree. Oh, Osprey's UK-based? I'm still not understanding that statement. I don't know. So? And? I'm entitled. Hello, I'm an American. I should get this first before anybody else. It's probably like printed in our China offices. Anyways, I thought it looked cool. It sounds like a good premise, but I would agree. There's Dead Space, Mothership. There's probably a few others I'm missing. So, yeah. Hopefully if I get to change this. There's the link. They're still butthurt over the boss, the Tea Party. I mean, they're going to do whatever it takes to get back at us. And if this is like, hey, we're going to put Pressure out in UK first before the US and gives us one of these, well, okay, fine, whatever. Your prerogative, Osprey. Not my fault you're not here in the US. Who is going to watch this and go, God, what an a-hole. The Void. Yeah, that's another one. Chris says, RPGs are cool, but I have all the games I'm playing already for next year. You got it all mapped out? You got your, that would be awesome. That would be cool. Like, okay, here's the deal. It's the 1 year RPG playing roadmap. Like I said, I think RPGs need more corporate. That's awesome. Good for you, man. All right, let's see what else. Let's see if I can get this frickin' changed, shall I? All right. There's a lot like stuff. I'm trying to get used to this new workflow here, so it's kind of like I got new. It does not refresh. You. Ugh. So I'm on Ian World, like you guys can't see it. Great, that's fantastic. So something is really amok with OBS. I'm like wondering, is it Sean? It's probably a Sean thing. Oh God, I'm gonna just freak the hell out, man. Bear with me. I'm going to try one other thing that's going to be different, and it's not going to be restarting, and it's not going to be throwing my Mac in the garbage, so just cut it out, hair again. Let me see. I'm going to try to do application capture, but that's probably not going to do it really well here. Maybe. Google Chrome. Let's see if this will work. Look at that. Done. It's you guys, we don't look. We could do Mac versus PC. We could do this game versus that game. We could do all this stuff, okay? We could do Ford versus Chevy. We could do this all day long. It's not going to be productive. All right. I got it fixed for now. We'll see. State of Mongoose. Who's keeping up with the Mongoose? Mongoose. Talking about a company that's been kind of reinvigorated, maybe? I don't know. So I thought this is interesting because, hey, it's Mongoose, right? Do we get enough Mongoose? Fate versus Cypher. The list goes on, Shambot. Mongoose is just finished in 22 years. I should have probably put that up first before the article and said, hey, how long has Mongoose been around? And if you guessed 22 years, you would be right. So Matt Sprang, owner of Mongoose, has written this, and put it out on Ian World. So did I put the link in there? No, I have not. I will do that now before things blow up. It's a Mac problem. I never blame Sean. Ooh, that's you're good, Ryan. I like that, but it's okay to blame me because sometimes it is me. Anyways, Mongoose, man. This year we'll be shaking out what they're doing. So what else are they talking about as a business, as well as specifics on traveler paranoia, shield maidens, and a lot more. Grab your coffee, get comfy. I'm not going to try to go through all this, but he talks about the business stuff. Like, hey, props to Mongoose, right? Props to Matt and saying, hey, here's what we got going on in our company, and not just like what we got going on in the company, but like our business and what we're trying to do and some of that other stuff. So great, fantastic. It's not like here's another product launch or this is whatever. He's going into some details here. Like over the past few years, we've been training every staff member to run the company as a team to the most fundamental levels. Like the involved staff beginning to deal directly with professional business services, including solicitors and accountants. Like, good for him for putting this out there, right? So Matt he says, divorced from day-to-day aspects of Mongoose, been able to sit down and do nothing but write. Small craft catalog and adventure class ships, both for Traveler, have been a result so far, with more on the way. Benefits staff here receive as standard. List the benefits. Like, I wonder if it's just like a very... We've had some companies come under fire in the past for things. And so maybe this is Matt's, like, I just want to be fully transparent that we treat our people really well. And this is how we do it. And this is what we do. Now, whether that's, what are you going to do? They get a free cooked lunch every day. Company phone and company car. What? No way. Some of the benefits staff here receive as standard. What? Company phone and company car? Get out of here. Is that for real? Is he real? Is he for real? Full transparent access to the company accounts, so they all know exactly how Mongoose is doing every day, week, month, year. Wow. Control over their own schedules. An ability to select the projects they actually want to work on. No demands to do crunch time. Work with excellent freelancers. Moving towards employee ownership. This sounds like the kind of place you would like to work at. We are currently looking for a marketing manager. Drop us a line, join the team. Kickstarter. They ran no Kickstarters this year. They're going to be 1 or 2 in 2024. Didn't Paranoia kickstart? No? I thought they did. Was over the year prior. So this year also, when we finally started taking social media a little bit more seriously, it should be accelerating properly in 2024 before we have started building foundations. Here's their presence: Discord, X, Blue Sky, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, forums. Business summary: things are going well. Expanding core game lines. 2023 in the Mongoose. So, new edition of Paranoia was released, and it was good. Built during a Kickstarter in the previous year, so it must have been 2022. Managed to draw everything together for the general release. Okay, great. Said he wouldn't go through it, goes through it. Also for Traveler, we released issue number 1 for Far Trader. Shield Maidens is Mongoose's take on cyberpunk Viking MASH, set in the cosmology of the Nine Realms, where players take on the role of the titular Shield Maidens, a group of warriors, hackers, and scholars chosen by Freya to bring justice and order to the oppressed. Okay, Traveler in 2024, here's what they're going to be doing. New Traveler Universe Pioneer, new Traveler projects, new rulebook, new setting, new mega campaign. 2300 AD has been developed into a solid line, but due to circumstances, unfortunately stalled in 2023. Paranoia, new Paranoia. Video games. Their association with Evil Twin Games continues. Roll 20. And into the future. So if you're interested in knowing what Mongoose is up to, it's like very much laid out all here. Thanks to Matt for sharing all of this insight. Posted this past Tuesday as of this recording. So there you go, man. It's pretty crazy, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, right? Did I put a link in the doobly-doo? I did. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. I got to go back and read what you guys like put in here in case I miss a shot. All right. There are only 2 employees? I don't know. Do I get a massage chair? Maybe. All right, see you, Joe. Have a good one, buddy. Hey, if you haven't already, give me a like, would you? Or give me a dislike. It's okay. Either way, I'm good. It's engagement. I'd ask you to leave a comment, but they don't come up until after the recording stops. Dad says, gotta say, this makes me want to play Traveler. Oh. Well, okay. I'm gonna. Do I? I don't know. Maybe. Do I? Should I? I don't know if I should. I'm gonna. Well, we'll bring it up. Ryan, I can't like and dislike. Come on, YouTube. I have mixed emotions. Yeah. Wayne says he's impressed. I agree, man. All right. So, look at that. It works now. Note to self, don't use that other option. So, anybody that has never heard of Justin Alexander, you will today. Justin's been in the gaming industry for quite some time. If you really want to know who he is and hear like what he's about, he's all over the place. He's been interviewed. He's got a blog. The Alexandrian is his blog. If you want to kind of get to some of the things he's done in the RPG hobby, go over to Craig Shipman's podcast, Third Floor Wars. He interviewed Justin quite some time ago, and it was a good interview. I went out and bought his book. Yes. Because why not? Because I want to be a game master. Yes, Justin, I want to be a game master. And I thought, because he's been kind of like, hey, this is coming out. It's going to be, December. He's probably been marketing it for the whole year. I use some of his cheat sheets. He's got some cool cheat sheets on his website. So I get the book. Of course, Sean doesn't read the details. Like, dude, just send me the book. Man, look at this thing. This thing is a beast. Ugh, a beast. 500, it's clocking in at 530 plus pages. It is a tome. On the back, it says, become the ultimate game master, right? And so somebody interviewed Justin after Thumivore, right? So Thumivore does YouTube, and he apparently has a blog too. I did not know, or a Substack in this case. And he interviews Justin. Now, I started paging through this thing. I'm on like page 36. It's kind of a quick read, but man, this thing is crazy thick. Like, so first of all, give credit where credit is due. Justin knows his stuff. He's been around for quite some time. His blog's got some very good advice. The biggest beef I have about this book is that the title, So You Want to Be a Game Master, seems as though, like, I haven't done it before. What should I do? Where should I go? And you see this on the old bookshelf at Barnes and Noble, wherever. And I'm gonna get this, and then you get it, and you're like, wow, 500 plus pages. So do I need to know all of this? Of course you don't. Of course you don't. And I think Justin would admit you don't need to know everything that's in this book. So my only, like, it would be awesome if it said a guide to being the ultimate game master. Like, that would be the perfect title. Like, game mastering level 500, right? Yeah, that's why I bought it, honestly. It's because I wanted to see some of the tips and advice that he has in here. And it's a lot. It is and it says, everything you need to start your tabletop adventure for Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, and other systems. So it is really kind of curved on the 5e. So the short of it is, I didn't want to get into the whole review of his book because I haven't read the whole thing. If you read the first chapter, it gets you started. It does. Yes. But the point is that I think it would behoove him to have maybe had a different title to say, like, from like starting to expert or something like that. Because I think by just picking this up and going, I want to be a game master, and then you look at this thing, you're like, holy shit. Like, we have rule books that are thick enough as it is. There's plenty of rules in a lot of different games. Some of them are good at explaining running that game. Some are good at explaining what an RPG is. Like, they're all over the place. So that's the only beef I have. And frankly, there might be others that are little in the book, but I'd be surprised. That's the only thing, is just that piece. So there's an interview that Thumivore had done with Justin. And I think he even says it. He's like, hey man, it's like 500 pages. And he's like, yeah. Here it is. Here's a great directory of many of your GM advice posts. Game Mastery 101. It's dozens and dozens of posts. And for what I can tell, all this sage advice and more is included in your book. A 544-page tome. How much reading and practical experience is required for someone to become a decent GM, in your opinion? And he says, not a lot. Need to know the rules of the game you're playing. There are other games that are like, okay, he says, but if you want to use 5th edition, then you start with the starter set, Then there are other games that are only 12 pages or 6 pages or even just 1 page, single page RPGs some of us know of. And so this book, there's a 10-page section introducing complete newbies to the concept of role-playing games, which there is. And then there's another 10 pages, and at the end of that, I say, you know how to do these things now, which means you're ready to run your first adventure. So yeah, building upon it for sure. So I just think that's all. So I'm sure it's a great book. Ultimate credit to Justin, but man, this is not like, I mean, it would have been pretty short to put out something really basic, honestly. And that's probably not what his goal was, which is fine. But I think it would have just been better if it was like, put the thing that's on the back that says "Become the Ultimate Game Master" and put that on the front. So, anyways, that's all. That's all. And so, if you want to read the interview, I will put it in the link in the show notes. A book like Slay would scare away a lot of potential GMs, which, right. Chris says it's a solid book. If you read the first chapter, yep. Different title would indicate that it's for immediate to advanced GMs, maybe. Maybe, but not if you say beginner to advanced. No experience necessary to, next level stuff, I guess. Wayne says he said it was split between noobs, which is aimed at D&D, and then the second half, which is for everyone. Is that true? Yes, I would say in the beginning, it's very like, it's a journey, I would say. Like, it starts out with like, hey, this is what a role-playing game. This is here's dice annotation. So yes, definitely starts out newbies. And then it goes into like, here are examples of how you would handle, ruling, right? Like, when do you rely on the mechanic? And then when you do get a result, how do you do this? And then he goes into yes and no but and things of that nature. It's very good. And then I think it keeps progressing into probably more helpful advice that once you start getting into the thick of things. And he says, like, one of the things you got to do is just run games too to help. So it is for beginners. Yes, it's not for beginners. That's not my point. It just seems like it's very much an intimidating book if you were to pick this up and go, oh, this is what I need to be a game master. Like, if I don't read all this and I don't know it all, then because there is a huge stigma on that. Like, there's tons of people that are afraid to game master. Yes, it can be a bit disconcerting for new GMs when the supplement has more pages than the Dungeon Master's Guide. Yeah. Jeff says, tips and insights for every GM. Sure. Even new ones. It could have been like that. Tips and insights for every GM, including including folks that have never done it before or whatever. It's got the 101 and then all the advanced stuff that builds on the 101 stuff. Yes. Yes, it does. That is not my beef with the book. What's more intimidating if you want to learn to be a GM, that book or comparing self to famous AP videos? Well, that's fair too. Anyways, I wanted to throw it out there. It seems every time I'm up here, I'm having to justify, like, it's a good book. Justin Alexander knows his stuff. He is published and he's been around for a long time. I wouldn't have bought it if I put this thing out, right? I just think that man, he could have probably put that out in like a 3-book series, maybe. Just like RPGs. Anyways, if you're interested, go check it out. If so, you want to be a game master. There you go. I'm going to try what I probably will do, I hope. I don't know. It depends on, because I think it's going to be a quick read. There's also an audio version, but I should read this. Some of Phil's stuff, right? Phil Vecchione's, by Engine Publishing. It's got some advice books out. And then maybe the one that I picked up off I can't remember the Kickstarter, but in the publishing company, but they came out with like a couple others and like, kind of like, hey, what's the difference between them? If you're going to run, like if you want to become a GM, which one might help you the most initially? I think they all have their value. I think it's just a different approach to how they kind of position it. I just think it would be a little like frightening to pick this up and go, oh, this is what I need to know to be a GM. And we know that that's not the case. So there you go. What else? I think that is it for kind of general RPG news. Should we go to print news? Print news. Yeah, baby. Trucking along, singing this song. Wrong camera. Everybody awake still? This is where everybody starts to get a little groggy. No whoosh that time. Dude, should have been a whoosh. Yeah, that's for sure, Chris. Definitely agree. I didn't scroll down. Well, and that's a point too. It's not D&D specific, no. But he does use it. He does lean on it pretty heavily, I think. I mean, even in the beginning of the book, he talks about DCs and stuff like that. So, Dungeon Master trademarked. He does talk about, like, you know, Pathfinder and D&D being trademarks of, or copyrights without, you know, and they didn't have any input into the book. For sure, having podcasted about this stuff for 12 years, this book is one of the more comprehensive beginner to mastery books I've seen. If I was going to teach a GMing class, I would use this as the text. For sure. Text. This is a textbook. Yeah. Textbook for game mastering. If you're running a college course. It's weird, but I've switched to Game Master rather than Judge or Dungeon Master. I guess words matter. I don't know if he had control over the title who's. That's a good point. I would hope if you're writing the book you would, but I don't know. Maybe not. Referee. Referee's like so sports to me. I can't referee, Gabe. I just can't. No referee. I feel like I should get a referee jersey every time I run a game and show up in a ref jersey. Just black and white stripes. Come on, ref. Have the gamers heckle me like at a sports game. I'm so full of ideas today. Jim, I'm not sure what book Dungeon Master first got used in. Wasn't it in the 74 OD&D books? Not sure. I am behind. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Shambot. I get what you're getting at. You don't want the title and size to scare off potential new GMs, for sure. And frankly, it could be the same size. You just got to put it on the title and say, hey, look, if you're a newbie, you're going to learn something in this book. It's not just for GMs that have been doing this for a while. And I think the back probably explains that a little bit too, but it's kind of intimidating or mislead them for sure. It's an 18-point font. No, he's got big margins, but not a lot of pictures. There's a lot of emphasis on perfect game mastering. I've been running games for a long time, and I still have cheat sheets that still make rules mistakes. For sure, Flint. Absolutely. It's a pretty big book for what is essentially supposed to be Cliff's Notes for GMs. Right? Cliff with one F, not two F, Jeff. It's not Cliff's Notes. It's Clife's Notes. Jeez, man, I did get behind, didn't I? Sorry, guys. Too cheap to be a college textbook. Hey-o, for sure. Tim says, do we really need a college course to teach how to guide a conversation? Robin Raw's Good Gaming is a better just 101 book. Maybe. Running off the cliff. Running off the cliff's notes. If you're a ref, it would be fun to throw flags, penalty, too many swings. Dude, I got a YouTube video right there. I got to get all this down. You guys are gold. Chris says guiding a conversation is one skill for GMing. Sure, an important one, but there's a lot of solid stuff in there about heists, mysteries, dungeons, exploration, and different ways to handle all that stuff. Yeah, some people podcast for that for years of talking about that stuff. And I agree, Chris. I think there is different ways to run different things or different games to facilitate different things, right? Clifford's notes. There you go, Ty. Well done. Clifford's notes. Anyways, let's get into print news. Thanks for the comments, guys. All right, so let me put this in there so you guys can follow along in your trusty little browsers. Let's see what's going on. Print news, yo. Injuries and Vile Deeds. This is 5th edition. Got some cards. PC Injury Quick Reference Deck. Injuries and Vile Deeds. Like, some of these things are really cool. Does anybody use these things? Like some of the cards for for any game. Like it's in a supplement, not to the game, but because the thing I'm curious about is I would run an adventure. I'd have these cards and these books, and I'd feel like I'd get lost in how to kind of present some of that stuff. Like sometimes I think that's also a thing I've brought up on this stream before and with some of you one-on-one in Discord about like, okay, you got Matt Mercer, who's a really great game master, but how is he actually doing everything? Like, is he just bringing stuff right off the top of his head? And I know he's gone into this. He's got a legal pad and things of that nature. But, you know, these cards are very awesome tools. I'm just wondering how people execute upon them. Do they use them on the upfront or do they do it while they're playing? I don't know. I think the game procedure should facilitate those. Yeah, some do better jobs at it than others. Last cards I bought for a TTRPG were crit hits for Pathfinder 1E. You don't ever need them. Yeah. All right. There you go. Crawl. Number 13. Deathmatch. Softcover zine. $4-5. Go get it. Crawl. For DCC. When I did live game, I used ICRPG cards. Yeah, it's so funny, index card RPG, and there's no index cards anymore. I mean, I think you can get them printed, right? But it's kind of moved on from that. Fumble decks, crit hits, adds a fun extra bit of random. So do you have the decks like sitting right next to you, and if there's a crit, you just like flip? Condition cards, they're helpful. And okay, got it. They're helpful, but like, how do you have them sitting at your table? Do you like? But I imagine it depends on the type of card. Like if you're doing crit hits and fumbles, it's different than if you're using a deck of cards to generate ideas, NPC cards. I should do a YouTube video of just cards, like all kinds of cards, and run a game with like. I see this table of cards sprawled out. Had to step away and now fully bolt. Oh. All right, see ya Harrigan. Good to see ya. Say hi to the boy for me, because he knows me. I don't know. No, he doesn't. See you, Laramie. So Ted elaborates, yes, someone rolls a crit, and I have them pick a card and read out the extra effect. Okay. See you, Kelly. Yeah. I mean, or do you put it like right in front of the table? For like, here's the deck of cards in the front of the table. Anybody who rolls a crit, pick from that. Anyone rolls a fumble, pick from that. I could see that happening. Anyways, just curious. Savage Battle Lords, core rules. Savage Battle Lords, Carnage Companion. For Savage Worlds. Get it while it's hot. It's hot. That's hot. Traveler. Central Supply catalog update. Yeah, Mongoose is now Traveler, right? Lots of Traveler. Just contains all the equipment PC travelers will want, need, or wish. Yeah, gear. A gear supplement. Yeah, man. Chicago by Night by Renegade Game Studios. Vampire Masquerade 5th Edition. Dice Bag. This bag is large enough to carry bundles of dice, and it doubles as a blood bag, but for dice. It's a 6 1/4 inch by 9 inch dice bag. That's a pretty big dice bag. Hey, dice bag. Atma Act 2, Meramorph Games, System Atma. Core RPG rules in a deck of cards. Speaking of cards. Contains 3 stage decks and 8 cancer decks, which can be mixed and matched with any other Atma content. Rokugan, The Art of Legend of the Five Rings. That would probably be a pretty cool book. There's some pretty cool art in Legend of the Five Rings, says the guy who has never opened a Legend of the Five Rings book. But some of the online pieces they've put out for promoting the product, it's pretty cool. I don't know who's the artist. Do they say art depicting the land of Rokugan? It's Rokugan. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It's imperial rulers and the great clans who vie for their favor. Emerald empires captured in an age of upheaval. It's too bad they didn't list. I'm sure there might be multiple artists, but it would have been cool if they listed them there. Anyways. Rokugan. Rokugan. Good to know. Like, not Akadoken. It's a Kodakin. Anyways. There you go. Print news. Print news. All right. Crowdfunding. Should we go into crowdfunding? By the way, EM World, thanks. Geek Native, thanks. All right. Get into it, shall we? Where is the Ziploc dice bag? That's what I should carry around. Ziploc dice bag. Better than, and then write Crown Royal on it. Oh, I'm just glad things are working right now. Okay, Gary Gygax is the Hermit. Jerry Gygax, the Hermit, Trollord Games. It's an adventure siege engine for castles and crusades. Is an adventure for character levels 7 to 10. Got a little ways till we get there, Jeff. Here's a note from the coverage of the original release, 2004. Written by Gary Gygax for the D20 and Legendary Adventure game systems. This campaign will update the work to Trollord C&C. Gary Gygax's words in the system update were brought to tabletop through Trollord Games in conjunction with Luke Gygax. Is to plot a king's advisor is missing, and you're tasked with tracking them through the mountains. If an adventure by Gary Gygax interests you, the project is worth checking out. It had a $1,000 goal. It is at $71,000. Ew. I'm in, Jeff says. Let's buy it, Jeff, and cheat. Let's cheat. Hey, Joe, we go over there. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Mythic Bastion Land. We kind of went over this before, but it's in the... So these crowdfunding campaigns are in like the last few days. So if we've gone over this before in a previous stream, it's because somebody brought it up earlier than the last week of the campaign. So Mythic Bastion Land RPG. This thing. Look at this thing. 230 grand of a 12K goal. Crushing it. Did I see Isaiah in here? What? What's going on, Isaiah? I just use a Ziploc bag now. Hey, nothing wrong with that, buddy. Tiny Cyberpunk. Gallant Knight Games, core rulebook. Based on the Tiny D6 game. I don't want tiny D6s. I want big. Why did they name it Big D6? I don't know. 31 grand. It's funded. Star-crossed love letters. We're getting this, Jeff. We're going to play it. Bully Pulpit Games. Backer kit. I have to probably assume. And it's powered by the Jenga Tower. Yeah, baby. 18K of a 5K goal. It's 5 days left. Congratulations to Bully Pulpit Games. If you don't know what Bully Pulpit Games are, they do Fiasco, amongst others. Jason Morningstar and team. Travin's Travelogue of Treasure Travers. Travin's Travelogue of Treasure Travers. By Lucky Dice Games. 5th edition source book for $20 for the PDF. This book gives you 10 taverns to add to your campaign. They are probably not all the same. It'd be cool. 10 taverns and they're all the same. The just layout is different. 300 goal. They're at 7K. Well done. Bravo. What is this? Rollforge. Craft your own dice. What? Look at this little thing. What is this nuttiness? Holy beakers. 10 grand. It's at 154 grand. Those might be in Australian dollars, but nonetheless, that's still a lot of Australian dollars. Look at this. Make your own dice. You get the clear dice. Put a little glue on it. Dip it in glitter. It is pretty cool. Now, I will say this. I am interested to know if these dice have been spun down or not. So are they legitimate, even? Is Colonel Lou overseeing these? If you do not know who I'm talking about, Lou Zochi. So Lou, the Colonel, he glitter dice nightmare. Look, honey, I was just putting dice together. Don't give me that. Where's this glitter from? Balanced, yes. Are they balanced? Balanced? Is balanced, Shambot, your question? Do Uncle Lou might show up at your door if they are not even? Yes. So if you're not familiar with what I'm referring to, go on YouTube and Google Lou, Uncle Lou, maybe Lou Zochi, Zochii. He used to be he'd go to conventions like Gen Con, and he would explain. He does the what's the dice? Oh God, there's a name for the types of dice that he has. Impact? Not impact. No, not impact dice. Maybe. Anyways, they're claimed to be the most accurate dice because they're edged, But he goes into a long spiel. Game science. Thank you, Michael. God, thanks, Michael. Game Science Dice. As a matter of fact, I think the video might be on Game Science Dice's website. But you can always go up to him at a con and he'll give you the whole shtick about the dice and everything. So the overall kind of spoiler is that, dice that have rounded or spun down, rounded corners are not equal to each side. So I am interested in if these are right. He was at the Gen Con before D&D was officially published. Yeah. So this is interesting. I'd be interested to know how. It's funded, crazy funded. That's pretty cool. That's a good idea. That hasn't been. I gotta say, I've never seen that done before. Trash sexy. Oh boy. Cooperative RPG of Raccoon Mayhem. This cooperative GM round robin TTRPG in which you play as a skid of raccoons searching for the next shiny food, or trash, the essentials of raccoon life. It is not funded yet. It's close. Oh, so close. 2,600 at 3,300. Underground and Action TTRPG from Julian's Games. This is the original core book. Pay what you want. Try before you buy. Probably a quick start maybe that's on drive-thru. In this TTRPG, you play the toughs in an action movie world akin to John Wick, Fast and the Furious, Matrix, The Equalizer, and James Bond. So many. Not funded. Why? 10K goal. 5K. Oof. That one is not going to make it, I don't think. Meeple Peak, 2024 gaming convention in Carson, Nevada. We don't have anybody from Nevada here, do we? Meeple Peak. Popular pledge, $100 for 2 badges, die, poker chip, and more. Tabletop board game convention. No TTRPGs here. Funded. Got what it needed. Probably to, do rent the hall and set up some stuff. Got some advanced D&D 5th edition Mega Dungeon. This is not the advanced Ian World. Oh, it is by Ian World. It is by Ian World. The Vault of Splintered Souls. Whoa. That's done. Might take on late pledges. I don't know. But anyways, that's done. 5th edition, 23 pound sterling of 1,000 pound goal. What? Sandbagging. Sandbaggers. That's it. So that timing. What do you think? Huh? What do you think? You had me at trash sexy. Flint Fireforge, I get you. That's what my wife calls me. Trash sexy. All right. Okie doke. Who's texting me? Okay, all right, just making sure. All right. So that, I think, wraps up everything. I got a few other things. I don't know. Let me see what else I got. Maybe I could fill some dead air, some dead space. Because there was some things that this might be good. I'll pull this up. I think this is a good one. I don't know if we did this last time. As a matter of fact, I can't remember. I think somebody posted it in our Discord, so apologies. I don't know if I brought it up before, though. Solo RPG library. Now, solo RPGs, people have opinions. I was a little kind of like, I'd rather play with friends, and that's okay. But here's the thing. You want to just crank out just kind of want to escape, maybe do some writing. If they're a journal-based kind of RPG, so the reason I wanted to bring this up, first of all, it's a bundle, and you get a butt ton of stuff for pretty low pay, for low cost, but they're also tied to pretty popular games. These aren't this isn't like Sean Kelly, the RPG put out yesterday, and nobody knows about it and whatever. These are like major systems like Blades in the Dark, Alone in the Dark, an old school Essentials solo game. One for playing solo adventures with stars without number, Maze Rats, Knave, Traveler, Mothership, Fate, Dungeon World, Dungeon Crawl Classics, GURPS, SERP. What's up, SERP? SERP, Delta Green, that, right? Index Card RPG, Eldritch Tales, Black Hack, 13th Age, Icons, like, Castles and Crusades, Cepheus Deluxe, Modifius 2D20 games, Worlds Without Number, one with any sci-fi. Like these, like any bird game, Death in Space, Into the Yard, Harp, Rollmaster. What? Oh, he had a warning about this bundle? Did he? Well, Nelson, are you still in the chat? Should I not be promoting this thing or what? Oh, I see. Really? That's unfortunate. It's not all by the same group though, is it? Ah, that sucks. Really? Oh no, by parts per million. So they just do, like, they're just this one group and they just crank them all out and then put different systems on the front. That would suck. Is that what I'm gathering? Same guy wrote them all. Urgh. Okay. Shoot. Now am I going to have to edit this? Dudes, that sucks. I missed that warning? Shoot. Well, buy at your own risk. That's disappointing to hear. I mean, I get it. That's why I was like, God, how are all these guys like cranking all this out? Like White Lies, Warlock, D20 Modern. So did they like create tables and then just put them in every book? Solo, the Han Solo game for Solo Star Wars. Yeah, that is saddening. Tread lightly. Nelson's a big, like, I don't think he might have taken off because he hasn't chimed in, but Nelson's a big solo game player, so I trust him. So he must have got in on this. I mean, you could potentially pay something pretty low, but then, some of it goes to charity, so just saying. I'll put a link below just so you can reference it and look it over for yourself. I mean, I get it if you're cranking out a lot of material, but it would be nice. If it would, like, I don't want to get one that's like, oh, cool, Worlds Without Number, and it's the exact same thing as Dark Streets and Darker Secrets. So buyer beware, right? How long do they slap those logos on them? Charity thing, yes. So any Humble Bundle usually has a charity it goes to Build On, and you can look up what Build On is on the website. Shoot! For the price, it's probably not that big a deal to get the themed variations on similar randomizers. Right. I would agree. Like, you're not chipping in $100 for, 100 games. So is the value there? But, might want to lower the expectations where mine was pretty high. Yes, Gabe hit it exactly, but the expectation may not align with the experience. Right, and Chris, yes, I mean, it's the same format, but the tables are all different, and themed, it might not be terrible. Right, agreed. I don't want to take anything away from his efforts, but you're right. When I first saw it, I was like, whoa, this is cool, man. Look at all these popular games that they've done stuff for. But if it's all the same... And I think when we play a solo game, we appreciate the differences between the solo games. I think there are some engines that people use, like the card prompts and the suit prompts, right? If you had a deck of cards. On this channel, I did a live play of... Jeez, I don't even know the video. That's fantastic. I'm awesome. The last hit? I don't know. The last hit. Sounds like a dope smoker game. No, I can't remember. But anyways, it's just something like, oh, I like to play Merc Borg, and then you get the solo game, but it's just kind of the solo game with some Merc Borg aesthetics. Like, does it incorporate some of the mechanics from Merc Borg, like Star Trek Adventures Captain's Log? Definitely has 2D20 mechanics in there and involved. The Last Hit, that's what it was. Thanks, Victor. Is it The Last Hit? It's a Mafia game. I think that's what it's called, right? I should probably look at my own YouTube channel. So anyways, I thought I'd throw it out there. If it, buyer beware, lower the expectation. They may all be very, 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 very similar. That doesn't mean that, it's not good work. Somebody will like, well, this is great. It's appreciation. So what's up, PAX? What's up, Beer Leaguer? From PAX, he chimes in at the last minute, literally. K-Rise, has anyone tried the Dragon Pain RPG solo rules? I don't know. I know I have not. Anybody helping out K-Rise? Somebody might have, but they may not be in the chat anymore. They might, but not be in the chat. Who knows? How is PAX? We go live to Jason Weitzel, our roaming correspondent, coming to us live from PAX, located in Philadelphia. It is Philadelphia, right? Tell us, Jason, what is the latest at PAX? Thanks, Sean. I just wanted to tell you that I'm coming in from a live helicopter flyover. There's traffic on the I, backed up for a few miles. You're going to have a hard time hitting the exit 210. Suggest routing over to Highway 18. That's why not everybody's here. It's because the PAX Unplugged. I still think they should plug it in. Thanks, Chris. All right, so let's sign off for these fine Saturday morn. Thanks for joining. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Where am I going here? Here we go. Thanks for all these individuals. I keep pointing the wrong way every week that have supported me over the years. Much appreciated. Months, years, weeks. Jason says, thanks, Sean. I'm on the scene at PAX where a man named Beer Leaguer just purchased a used copy of Apocalypse World. Back to you in the studio. Well, thanks, Jason. We appreciate that report. We hope that Beer Leaguer really appreciates that Apocalypse World. I think do I still have mine here? I should find out if mine is, I don't think I've sold mine yet. I'm going to get you a good discount. WKRP Turkey giveaway. Anyways, thanks everybody here that has supported me. Shekels, they also had the ability to register early for events for BSRCon, which I flubbed up this week. Dudes, I hate bringing up excuses, but dang, every time there's a major like, hey, event reg goes live. Hey, badge reg goes live. I have like a appointment right at that time, and I'm like, I'll do it 5 minutes before walking in the building. And yesterday I completely spaced. I completely spaced it. And I drove an hour and realized, shit, I got to open up event reg for patrons. So that was all me. So if you're interested in going to BSRCon, I will put a link. I will put a link in the chat right now. And then next week, on the 8th of December, everybody that's got a badge can sign up for events. It's going to be fun. It's in January 19th, 2021. Online, all online. No thanks, Sean. I'm going to stick to my face-to-face games. Okay, that's cool. If you play that weekend, face-to-face, there you go. You could say you're at BSRCon. Yeah, lots of cool games. Looking forward to it. It's going to be good fun. I've not scheduled a social, and I'm not sure how, because I think the big peak in games is going to be right at night, Saturday night, when I usually schedule the big soiree. And everybody will probably be playing. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do it on Friday night, because it's probably a little quieter. You can still submit events if you would like. Like if people are like, hey, I really wish I could play this game and it's not on there. Somebody's like, I'll run it if I can get 3 people. Throw it up there. Doesn't fill, whatever. That's fine. There's been some cancellations in events due to real life adulting, so I get it. But we're still over probably, I think we're over 35 events, maybe over 30. I'll have to double check. Half the proceeds go to Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. $10 gets you the whole shebang for the weekend. That's it. Like $10. Sign up for as many events as you want. Accidental Rob and I are going to be talking about Foundry on Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Time. If you're interested about Foundry VTT, I've considered putting a game on the books. I still have not submitted it, so we'll see. What else? Tomorrow, Session 0, Castles and Crusades, kicking off character creation at Jeff's house. So we'll see how that goes. I'm thinking about playing a pacifist fighter that maybe just gets in the way of everybody. Are we looking for GMs, DMs? Maybe. I don't know. Like, I think we've probably got over, I know we have over 50 badge registrations and we have 30 games. So I don't know if we need more GMs. You can always cancel, although, I mean, I'd hate for people to sign up for a game and then it get canceled, but it's kind of a ebb and flow. I'm not sure how this year's is going to be. Yeah, face-to-face, Gabe. Yep. First face-to-face game in a long time. Except for GameholeCon, right? What else? Star Trek Adventures. Starting to get into more of the weeds on those rules. Been recording the sessions. Probably need a couple edits to take out our snide comments. Gabe's running that. Thanks, Gabe, for doing that. Kevin Saltheart from Saltlandia, from Burn 2D6 fame. No patron signed up for Conan. Maybe I should nix it quick. They probably have all played in the game with you, actually, Gabe. Just give it some time. Conan 2D20. If you want to play in a Conan 2D20 Conan game, Gabe is the guy to have to run it. He's been doing it a while. He knows the system. He's a big Howard fan. So, what else? Star Trek Adventures, doing a small kind of vignettes, little mini series. Then might go back to the Starship. Might do Starship Combat the next thing. I don't know. We'll see. And then Cyborg still going, but Harrigan's running that. We're talking about switching gears and then maybe moving to a longer term game. So we don't know if we're going back to Forbidden Lands. I don't know if we ever decided. Did we, Wayne? Wayne, you still there? Yeah. I don't think we ever really decided what's on the next thing. I think there was a couple games and we listed them out in priority, like Simbaroom, I think was spoken or mentioned, DCC, Forbidden Lands. I think that was it. I think that's it. I think that's all. Captain Log? Question mark tie? I don't know. What does that mean? Harrigan narrows his games down to 1, then thinks of 4 more. So no. Okay, I thought so. All right. Okay. I just was wondering. Okay. Well, fantastic. I will let you go. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be here next week, Saturday, 8 a.m. Central Time, talking about RPGs again. Thanks for viewing this live. Thanks for coming later and watching the replay. Much appreciated. Stay positive force in the tabletop RPG hobby. Move, learn, create, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.